Hello everyone, I'm Brian, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Yoga of Electricity. So I don't know what I mean by the Yoga of Electricity. Is he like energetic? Does he control electricity? Anyways, I don't know. Let me go ahead and turn on CC, and then let's get started.
Aprameyasya, and this infinite self is anashi, cannot be destroyed. Nasha is not possible, is ever the same. Aprameyasya, and you cannot even know what it is. Incomprehensible, because you can comprehend only with the mind and intellect. Mind and intellect can comprehend only things of the OAT, the objects. This is the very subject that gives the mind and intellect their abilities to function. How will you know it? It is a subject. Objects can be known through the mind and intellect and the body. But how will we know that which is enlivening the BMI? And you have to go beyond the BMI. You're beyond the BMI. Swamiji, everybody tells me I can't understand. An illiterate Brahmin from the...
Oop, I guess there is already CC pre-installed in there. And this looks like, I think this is probably an excerpt of the longer version. So I'm already getting your preview fit. I do remember seeing this somewhere, I just don't remember where.
Yeah, higher climbs of the Himalayas visited me. And as we were talking, it is getting late in the evening, and therefore I went and switch on the light. The pundit's mouth opened. Ha! Swamiji, are you a magician? Why? You went and tickled the wall, and the light came. No wick, no oil, no matches are necessary. Ha! How did the light come from? Oh, Panditji, don't worry, it is bijli, it is light, it is electricity. But though he is illiterate and common sense, he is very bright, he is thinking about it. And we continue talking. It became stuffy, and therefore I went and again switched it on. And the fan started whirling. Panditji got, there is a ghost in this house. And this Swamiji is a magician. He started looking at the fan. He said, Panditji, that is electricity. Are you pulling my leg? You said that the light is electricity, and now you say that the fan is moving is electricity. Then the news time came, so I switched on the radio. The box talking? Electricity. He can't understand. The fellow is after me for the last 3 days. Swamiji, what is electricity? Electricity is the power that expresses as light in the bulb. Power? Kaisa power? What kind of power? Where is the power? How is the power? When is the power? Where did it come from? Where did it go? We Pandit is lost. My peace of mind is lost because the Pandit's anxiety to know. Ultimately, in utter despair, I said, Panditji, this electricity, bijli, is behind the bulb. It is not in the bulb.
I see where he's going. I was going to pause it a little bit sooner, just as like, is he going with the Turiya in this one? And it looks like it. Basically, okay, I get it.
But it is out of the bulb. It's other than the bulb. He started smiling at me. And Swamiji, I am not such a fool. You can't pull my leg. Just because I'm not educated, you are saying, behind the bulb, what is there? It is not the bulb. Is it the bulb that is burning? No, the bulb is not burning. Bulb is by itself has no light at all. It is only when electricity passes through electricity. What is electricity? Behind what? Panditji will not leave me. So for my peace of mind, I said, Panditji, do you really want to know what is electricity? Yes. pull the chair, get on the chair, remove the bulb.
Oh, okay.
He removed the bulb. And he looked very carefully. Ah, that is why I said, you have been pulling my leg all the time. Swamiji, after wearing this sacred cloth, never tell lies like that. Our Shastra, you understand? So I say that, look, that is where electricity is. And he looks at it left and right, from the right side, left side, from bottom, from up. He says, no, there is nothing there. You are right. There is nothing there. And that nothing is the highest electricity.
I would say stick a fork in the plug, and then he'll find out what electricity is. But yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I get what he's saying. Like, I mean, yeah, you can't literally see electricity coming from the socket in the bulb. I wonder how I would do that. Besides telling him to stick a fork in the socket, like that would be kind of hard to explain. I guess maybe a lamp would be better. Unplugged, it's safer for sure. Unplug the lamp, the light bulb goes off. You plug in the lamp, electricity flows back into it. At least you'll get the concept that there's something flowing from the wall into the lamp itself. That there's something going there, and just say call that electricity. At least that might be maybe easier.
What is electricity? If you want to know electricity, yes, you have to do electricity yoga.
What?
Yuju, yoga meaning yuju, to join, to contact. There is electricity. But if you want to experience it, you will have to contact it. Well, how do you do electricity yoga? I will do it. He is anxious to know. So then I have to tell him that, please fold all your fingers except the index finger.
Uh-oh.
Now insert the index finger where the bulb was. Isn't it? What else is there? The Panditji in his anxiety said, okay, then will I know electricity? You will know electricity. Swamiji, just now tell me one more doubt. Yes. How long should I keep it there? It is your choice. Panditji, you may keep it there till evening, it doesn't matter. But 1/500th of a second is sufficient. Panditji puts the hand inside. Next moment he shot out and jumped about and running around the room. Ha, 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 ha. And now his face is red. There is perspiration on his forehead. Definitely I know that he had a personal experience.
That is one way of finding out, the hard way.
My knowledge of electricity is only from books. I had never direct experience. Here is a man who has experienced it. So I surrendered to him and said, Panditji, please tell me what is electricity.
I was gonna say that, but he beat me to it. It's like now outside, it's like, because you personally never necessarily experienced electricity, but a person who has experienced it is kinda like above you in a sense, because he has that one step further. You may have the knowledge, but he has the personal experience of that.
Isn't it? Now how can the Pandit explain to me electricity? He is trying his level best. Any amount of his explanation, I will say that is all bluff.
Oh, yeah.
Panditji, you are now bluffing me. You see, it came through me. It is doom, it came to me. It was shocking. It was terrible. It is a... He pants to express it. Whatever he may explain, I will never get an experience of what electricity is, isn't it? At the end of it, the Panditji looks into my eyes. Swamiji, are you sure that you want to know it? So by that time, my inquisitiveness have increased. I don't want anything in the world except the knowledge that he has got it. And I want to share that knowledge. Swamiji, if you want to know it, you also do electricity yoga. There is no other way. It is subjectively to be known. It cannot be shared with anybody. So encouraged by his look, excited by my own intellectual need and demand to know it. I also get on the chair, put on my finger as before.
Nothing
and I
happens.
also jump out. I also run round the room. From that, Panditji understood, oh, now Swamiji also has got a personal experience. And then when we are quietened, he looks into my eyes and asks, got it? And I say, No, in utter silence, we communicate each other. I cannot explain to him, he cannot explain to me, but both of us had the experience in the same way. The sense organs, the mind and intellect are our equipments of experience. All of them are inert matter. They are at this moment dynamic.
I will say to that, I should have paused a little bit sooner about electricity. I was like, you know what? At that point, I don't necessarily need to personally experience it. I could take my eyes for it. I can take your word for it. I can hear you. I can see you. I could maybe at that point slightly smell you. Slightly burnt, maybe. I don't know. And I'm trying to analyze with all five senses. What else? Taste. I don't want to taste you. I will trust that it's you are still the same before and after. But feel you, I mean, maybe hair staring up. That might be okay. I can sense that your hair is staring up as before it wasn't. So I can do 4 out of 5 senses and say, you know what? You have definitely done electricity there. I will take your word for it. Like I said, I like to learn the easy way, not the hard way. I kind of figured that whenever he stuck his finger up there, that maybe something tripped, like a safety. But maybe they didn't have safety back in the day. You know, when you overload a socket and stuff, they'll trip in a breaker. But maybe I guess they didn't have it back then.
That which lends it dynamism is the life, the consciousness, the divine. Bulb by itself has no light. When it is enlivened by electricity, there is light. You are an intelligent entity, efficient and competent to face the world in science or art or literature, whatever it is, all because you are alive. The saint and the sinner can live his life only when he is alive. Dead sinner is as useless as a dead saint. Think. This is living yourself. So that Avinashi, permanent, eternal, immutable God, the reality that enlivens matter, is to be understood as something other than matter. When you say other than matter, it doesn't mean that we must go beyond the Einsteinian world of time.
Oh, I gotta read that again. Would you say other than matter, it doesn't mean that we must go beyond Einstein worlds of time. When you say other than matter, let's go beyond.
Immutable God, the reality that enlivens matter, is to be understood as something other than matter. When you say other than matter, it doesn't mean that we must go beyond the Einsteinian world of time. Once you are beyond the BMI, you are beyond the time. And that timeless, therefore permanent, changeless, immutable, eternal. These are the words used for God in every scripture by all the prophets. That changeless, immutable, eternal reality, Avinashitutad Antavante made, that is Anashinaha. No nasha, no destruction can take place to it. because it is not within the realm of time. Aprameya, you cannot know him with your equipment. The electric bulb, however powerful, cannot illumine the electricity behind it. The intellect has got intelligence only when consciousness is in it. You are alive. With that intelligence, you can know everything that is happening in the OET, in the world outside.
I definitely gotta watch the full version of this. So, this is the physical realm, as far as I can understand from what he's saying. This is it the V or is it the symbol? Anyways, the upper limit is the pure consciousness or Brahman. One of this is going to be the is it the Atman, more than likely? And the other one's probably going to be the mind. I'm just making a guess here, but I'm based from what I can understand from him. This is basically the material world.
But
I'm assuming.
The intellect itself cannot know that.
Okay, so there, BMI is intellect. Okay.
Aprameyasya. There is no prameya, no knowledge possible of this with our present equipment.
Oh gosh, let me go back to that last statement. No knowledge possible of this with our present equipment. Is he saying there's no... That... The intellect itself cannot know the great... But the intellect itself cannot know that great truth. No knowledge possible of this with our present equipment. Am I getting confused there? Is he saying that based on our sense organs, we cannot know Turiya? I'm trying to think if other swamis and gurus have said that. I think Swami, I'm not too sure. He seems to teach a lot of different beliefs, and I don't know which way he. I think it was Advaita. I probably mispronounced that, Advaita. But I can't remember what his way is. Is that, can we know Turiya? Or must we acknowledge that Turiya exists but we cannot experience it? As far as I'm understanding this last portion here, he's saying our five senses cannot experience that is behind the light bulb. We are the light bulb, the electricity coming in, we can never experience that. We can, in a sense, not know that. We can't know that. We know, maybe. No knowledge possible of this with our present equipment. I definitely gotta go back a little bit more again. No, I guess you guys are in for the ride if you want. Okay, I think that's a good one.
So that Avinashi, permanent, eternal, immutable God, the reality that elements matter, is to be understood as something other than matter. When you say other than matter, it doesn't mean that we must go beyond the Einsteinian world of time. Once you are beyond the BMI, you are beyond the time.
Okay, so everything from BMI and underneath is within a time constraint, or within time and space, I suppose.
And that timeless, therefore permanent, changeless, immutable, eternal. These are the words used for God in every scripture by all the prophets. That changeless, immutable, eternal reality, Avinashitut Andavandai made, that is Anashinaha. No nasha, no destruction can take place to it, because it is not within the realm of time.
Or maybe V is representing everything there, as in V is in time. Is that how science equates it? V equals time? No, T is time. I don't know. You cannot know him with your equipments. So I think he is saying that can we experience but not know?
Cannot know him with your equipment. The electric bulb, however powerful, cannot illumine the electricity behind it. The intellect has got intelligence only when consciousness is in it. You are alive. With that intelligence you can know everything that is happening in the OAT, in the world outside. But the intellect itself cannot know that, great Joe.
That's weird to say that, though, to say that we cannot know that there is Turiya. The fact that we are acknowledging it, if it is in fact true, is the fact that we know it. I mean, know that it's there, at least existing. So we have some knowledge of it. And to obtain that knowledge, we must be able to experience it with whatever equipment we have. And this might be just a criteria of my own, but it must be experienced by other people. Otherwise, it's something that could be flawed within our equipment. So, for example, if I'm saying, right now I'm feeling like I'm burning, literally on fire, but you can clearly see that I'm not. So there's something wrong with one of my senses, more than likely my touch sense. So it must be an experience that we can confirm by other people, so that just to ensure that one of your senses is not malfunctioning. Makes it sound like a robot. But yeah, and the fact that a lot of gurus and swamis out there, I believe, have experienced this and have acknowledged it. So we do have, I would say we do have knowledge of it. It's not that we cannot know, but we cannot maybe learn more than acknowledging that it exists, possibly.
Aprameyasya, there is no prameya, no knowledge possible of this with our present equipment.
Okay, so and he is dead set on saying that there's just no way to know, but yet he's making the statement that there is this, so we do know. It's kind of contradicting, unless I'm misreading something or misunderstanding something. Let me know, am I misunderstanding something, or am I hearing him correct? He's saying that there's no way to know, but yet he's explaining that there is this. In terms of his analogy, we know there's this electricity, but with the present equipment of the light bulb doesn't know that there's electricity behind it. We being the light bulb and Turiya being the electricity. It seems like a contradictory statement there. I definitely need to watch the whole version of this. Absolutely. Anyways, let me know about my confusing statements there down in the comments below if you want to. But as far as I'm understanding that, I think I said enough. Anyways, that's my reaction to yoga, the yoga of electricity. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.